I don't know if you ever if you because being a pad oriented player, did you ever really attend the like be in the arcade scene at any point in your like fighting game career? Like, did you ever really go to an arcade and like play an arcade solidly?
Just a little bit for Mortal Kombat. Um, when Mortal Kombat 2 and Ultimate was really big, I did play a lot there. But as soon as Dreamcast came out and as soon as Soul Calibur came out, I started playing consoles a lot more. And then when PlayStation came out, Tekken Tag came out, and that really stopped me playing at an arcade at all. Like I would play like DDR and games like that, but as far as fighting games, I really just kept it console. Um, it's because it was like more convenient. You could just have a lot of friends come over your house who live really close to you, and you didn't have to pay. You didn't have to pay a lot of quarters. It was free. So I kind of stopped the arcade once Dreamcast came out.
Mm, well, it's fair enough. For over here, arcade is like quite a big thing, especially for vanilla. But now as Super comes out, we haven't quite got the arcade yet back up to scratch. But for arcade, a lot of the UK players tend to play in an arcade, and it tends to be quite a good atmosphere. Um,
Is Street Fighter in France? Is that getting a lot bigger and bigger? Are events there? Are there like over 200 people? Is the skill level of France generally like really high? Is it getting a lot better? What do you think of that?
for the skill level, a lot of people in the UK, France have a lot of like this is our assumption in the UK of the US, Japan, and Europe ourselves. France and Europe have a lot more higher tier players, such as like over in the US, you've got yourselves, you've got Rico, big name players like Rico, yourself, Dominion, Sanford, all those big name like sort of bigger players,
Yes,
but their average player build isn't as good as the UK's in a lot of people's eyes. We have a
that's what
lot of
I've heard too.
yeah,
That's what I.
we have a lot more of the average player that can like come into a tournament and do well. They have the potential. They just need to like you say level up, do various things and just tweak their game a little. Whereas the UK has a probably has a smaller number of like well-known top players. I mean, the two ones that come to mind are Zach and Ryan Hart. They are the two bigger UK players who go to tournaments and yet tend to do well. Um, so that's the thing from the UK, and then you've got Japan, of course, and then you've got the US as well.
Do a lot of people from Japan come to France to?
Yeah, France is tending to be currently the hub for Europe for the big money tournaments.
Okay.
UK has small ones that go around, and there's also the big one every year called SVB, which is pretty much the equivalent of Evo to the UK. But France is turning into being like you can win a good amount of money if you do well in the tournament. I mean, there's every month there's Bushido Impact, where you've got a good amount of euros on the line, and then you've also got other big events like Stunfest that just went past, DreamHack that's just coming up soon. We've got big money tournaments that mainly in France, and that's where Japan and then sometimes the US guys come over as well to compete. But for the US, it's probably a little further, and Japan, everything like that. But yeah, that's mainly what the UK scene and the European scene is turning into. It's turning into France being the main hub of big money tournament, more consistent big money tournaments.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I've heard pretty much the same thing from American players who's gone down there. It's exactly that. There's like a smaller amount of top level players, but the majority of the people in the tournaments are better than like our majority. Like
Mm.
yeah, I heard the same thing, and I heard Starnab won. Did he win the team tournament for He won the team tournament for Stunfest, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, good for him. Good for him. Yeah,
Yeah,
congratulations.
I mean, because a lot of people over here in the UK and in the US, because I mean, Starnab is pretty much one of the only Feilongs you really come against that is good, and that you can really learn off and learn the matchups and learn the tricks. And then he is mainly the European hub central for Feilong. Um, you said before we started recording that you sort of looked up to him a little bit. I mean, have you, played him? Have you done anything? Have you, studied
I've
him a lot?
I've watched a lot of his matches. I try to watch any good Fei Long that's out there. I try to watch any videos that I can find, just in case there's one little thing that maybe I can learn from them at all. I try to stay a little
Little what?
humble.
Oh, yeah.
Like I won't lose an opportunity to learn from somebody. So yeah, especially Starnav. He's a very very good player, and I fought him a long time ago. It's been a really long time, and we've both have definitely gotten a lot better. So I would definitely like to fight against him again, just to see how far I've gotten and to see how I would stack up with him. And I know he's in France, so I don't know how the connection would be if I were to fight him online. But I'm definitely optimistic about going to France to meet him and to fight him and to fight Evans and to fight all the European and all the people from France. Be a really good experience for me. I would definitely probably get better and learn
Mm.
something. So,
Yeah,
but I
definitely. Yeah.
still watch his videos. I still study him, and I still respect him a lot.
Hmm? I mean, when you fought him last, did you fight him in vanilla or did you fight him in super? Because super, I tend to find the netcode. Okay, people will say that the netcode hasn't changed, but I find that a lot because if I ever try playing people in the west coast of the US on vanilla's connection, it would lag. But on super's connection, it will be like a red orange bar, but the connection will still be playable. It's not like a competitive scene, of course, but it's playable. And I mean, did you play him on vanilla or did you play him on super?
I played him on vanilla, and I don't remember what our connection was. I just remember I wasn't very that good back then, and so like lag wasn't too big of a factor for me because like I wasn't into really tough combos and I wasn't like as advanced with Fei Long as I am now. So a little bit of lag hurts Fei Long a lot. His combos are very strict. He has to be able to like react very quick. If there's any opening in your opponent's defense, you have to be able to like spring very fast. And if there's lag, it hurts him because with Fei, you have to hit your opponent a lot. Like you
Hmm.
have to kind of have to hit them repeatedly. So any kind of lag really hurts you. But he always had an edge on me in regular Street Fighter 4. I remember that. I remember him beating me more, and he was a little higher up on like the skill level with Fei Long back in the day. And I haven't fought him since, and I would like to just to see if how the connection is. And if not, if it's really bad, then I would definitely fly down to France to meet him and to just compete in one of the tournaments there.
Hmm. Fair enough. I mean, there's always Bushido Impact every month. There's always one on. The only thing I can recommend is go with someone who who's obviously knows the area, knows where to go, and can speak a little French. Because I went there and it's hard. Trying to get things and find out where stuff is kind of hard when you don't speak French.
Is English a big? Is it like a big language in France, or still definitely the majority of people speak French? Like,
Yeah,
does Starnav speak English too?
It's Peter Starnab, Luffy, Kilovan, some of the big name players. They tend to have some English. They can speak like not like fluent English like ourselves, but they can speak English and they can have a conversation with you in English. But like for the like a smaller minority of players and other people that they speak nothing but French, and it's quite hard when you're trying to you have to sort of talking to them is absolutely fine, but it's trying to talk to other people and you like to get food or a drink and stuff. You might need their help to interpret what you're saying.
Okay.
But no, I mean it would definitely be awesome to maybe go down to France and play at Bushido Impact. I mean, there's so many things going on in France, and Starnab is all over the place.